Hello, everybody. We're here at 7504 Walker Mill Lane. We're looking at this house and maybe considering putting an offer on it. So this property here is a split level. So what we do is we look at the windows to inspect to make sure that they're in decent condition, or if they need to be replaced, so we can take that into our budget. We're looking at the gutters, the downspouts. We're looking at the side of the walls on the edge of the house to see if there's any water going into the basement, if there are any low areas for grading. We're looking at the siding, the quality of the siding to make sure the siding is okay. So a lot of times you could just paint the siding. And so then we look at the backyard to see, is it flat, is it hilly, are there trees, are there bushes. But this happens to be a great backyard. It's nice and flat. Oh wow, it's really nice back here. So then we look at the roof to try to get an idea if there's a possibility if the roof needs any repairing, or any replacing of shingles and things like that. I kind of see something right there by the vent pipe. There's a dip, so that area looks kind of. There's another one. Okay, so this roof. So when we have a project like this, what we'll do is we'll automatically just go ahead and estimate that the roof is bad and needs to be replaced. Okay, so this is where the air conditioning condenser was. Looks like some of the people have taken it and sold it for parts and so forth. Okay, so we're coming back here. So that, and as we're walking the property, we're also determining and looking to see how we could add value. What can we do to this backyard to give it more functionality, to give it more space, to make it work. But right now what I see is there's no deck, there's no patio. The yard is beautiful. It's a nice and flat yard, but it's not properly being utilized for entertainment and exterior use. So there's a possibility by adding a deck and a patio back here, we'll add a lot of value to this property. Put up a little fence, 6-foot fence, so you got your nice neighbors, look like they take care of the property. Okay, so you already got a fence back here, so the only fence you have to put will be on the sides and stuff. Okay, so now we'll walk towards the inside of the house and see what is going on in the inside. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Hey, we need a key. Okay, is this recording then? Yep. Okay, so we are walking into the house. So as we walk into the property, we're looking at the floors. We're looking at the functionality of the space. So there's a hallway here. We're looking at the ceiling. Okay, we're looking at the dining room. We come around and we're looking at the kitchen. Okay, the kitchen floor. So then once we look at this space, and then we look at it in terms of how we could add more value to this property by making some of the necessary changes, such as ripping out this kitchen and redoing the entire kitchen. And we see when we come through the kitchen, we step down into another little room, which is right off the kitchen. Looks like a little, maybe they used it as a bedroom. They built a closet back here. But this room has a lot of windows. It's got some potential. It's got a door that goes out to the backyard, but it's right off the kitchen. So it looks like a small little addition they put out here. Okay. So now coming out into the dining room, There's a hallway which takes us down, and there is a bathroom right here in the hallway. So this bathroom is a full bathroom. It's got a tub, 24-inch vanity. It's just functional. It's a good bathroom. Okay, so we look at the doors to see what condition the doors are. Do the doors need to be replaced? Okay. We're coming into a bedroom in the hallway. It looks like maybe a 9x9 room, a kid's room. Okay, so look at the walls. Do the walls need a lot of work? Is there a lot of plaster work? Are there holes? Are there any areas where we need to replace the drywall, like this particular area here? There's a hole right there. We look at the ceilings to see if the roof is leaking, if there's any water stains, if there are any other issues with the ceiling. No, most of these houses have attics, so sometimes if there's a real bad leak, it will come through the ceiling. Here's another bedroom here. Okay, so looks like they put laminate. These windows here, we might be able to work with these windows. This ceiling looks good. Okay, it's another room for potential child, 10, 12-year-old kid. Here comes another bedroom, which looks like it's the master bedroom. It's got a few closets in here. There's a hole in the ceiling right there. There's some cracks right here. So there's some water stains. So there's a possibility, as we were speaking of, there might be some roof damage. Okay. So this bedroom has a bathroom. It's got a nice little tub. Okay, so you want to look for homes that already have a master bathroom built into it, because that's something you don't have to do, and you can save a lot of money there. So, okay, you want to look at the ventilation systems. You see you have a return in the hallway here, and then you look to make sure you have the proper amount of vents inside the bedrooms. You look at the outlets. Okay, you look at the height of the ceiling. So this is about an 8-foot tall ceiling, and look, there's a crack right here along the ceiling as well. So these are the things when you're doing your budget you want to look at, because your budget could go really high really fast. Here's another room which looks like they're built onto, and this was considered a family room. It's right off the kitchen, and it's right off as soon as you come in. So this is the area. Here's the vent. Here's another vent. So as you walk into the front hallway, you have this room right there. So this gives us an idea, because that room and this kitchen, and there's a room down there. So now we have the possibility of reconfiguring, knocking down some walls, redoing the structure, resupporting, and adding more value where value is needed. So we know kitchens pay off, and we know bathrooms pay off. Okay, so we know functionality, space pays off. So now we're going into the basement. There's a door going out to the backyard. Okay. So we're going into the basement. We want to look for leaks, water damage, moisture, cracks, mold. We want to look for all these things when we come down the basement area to make sure everything is okay. There's no water coming in from the side of the house. Things like that. Here's a bathroom. It looks, oh, this is mold right here. You see this? This is all mold. So you want to be careful when you're down here. Oh, look at that. It's all mold. Okay, so here's a room down here. There's mold right there. Okay, so this room would have to be removed. reconfigured, and redone. So you want to look at your demolition cost. You want to look at your demolition time. Okay, here's another room back here they've built. It's got mold right in the corner. Okay, so some of these homes don't have lighting, so you have to bring in your flashlights, your necessary tools you got to have. So the mold is pretty bad in this house. Mr. Dion got his face covered up here. Okay, so we're walking. There's another room. See, these basements, what's happened is people have built rooms and rooms and rooms and rooms, and it really destroys the functionality of a basement. So here's the electric panel. Okay, so this electric panel, you want to see what kind of voltage is coming into the house. Is it 100 amp? Is it a 200 amp? Is it a 250? Because doing a heavy up on an electrical is pretty costly. It could be $2,000 to $3,000. So here's a little room underneath the steps. Looks like they ran some pipes for a bathroom down here. And they're coming to the closet. Okay, so we're coming out of this room, going back down the hallway. Here is another room. Oh wow, this is like a damn maze in here. Alright, so look, there's electrical wiring exposed. Okay, there's clearly there's the water meter right there inside the house. There's mold back there. Okay. Oh, you got a cool little gadget there, Mr. Dion. Here's another room. So as you can see, this basement is pretty big. There's a lot of space in here. So you could do a lot of things with this basement. It's just that you will have to get your paper out, your pen, and redesign and become creative with this space. Now clearly, this looks like the laundry room. You got your washer and dryer, you got your laundry sink, you got your outlet for the dryer, you got a window. Okay. It's a big house, a lot of space, but also a lot of work. There's a lot of possibilities that can be done, but once you do your due diligence by coming out to the property, you examine the pipes, you examine the furnace. Okay, so here's the furnace in here. You look at the ductwork. You look at all the stuff to see how old it is and what you could keep and what you can't keep and what you should get rid of. And then you can determine your true budget. And then once you determine your true budget, then you could determine if the property is worth it. So this has the water tank inside this room. Okay, so you want to look for these plumbing, make sure they're not polybutane. And you want to look at the furnace to see if it's gas, if it's electric, if the condensation, the copper line's still hooked up, or did they take them? Look at the ductwork to see if it's a 3-inch, 4-inch, because some of these older homes have improper ductwork, and so you may have to rip out some of the ductwork, and that could be pretty costly. Alright, so going back upstairs, it stinks down here. The mold is bad, so please wear a mask and cover yourself up and take safety into consideration. Okay, so we'll talk soon.